I've went from, sweeping hair in a little local barber shop to actually being able to meet the Prime Minister. When I got in, I actually got into that program. Dad would, even at the start, Dad would said, "Oh, proud of you." It gives you the tap, the good tap on the shoulder. My name's Mark. I live with a mental illness. This is my experience. Going through primary school to high school was a very hard time for me. Mum and Dad was going through separation at the time. I was really confused. I wasn't, a lot of guilt going through my mind because I said I wanted to live with my dad. I had no support from school and no one really asked if I was okay. I didn't want to go. It was a shame going back because I missed so much stuff, and the teachers were always there to just give me a hard time about not going. It got to the point where I really, sort of dropped out. I didn't seek help because I didn't know that the things I was facing were signs of a mental illness. I did a traineeship, like an apprenticeship in a little barber shop. We were being told that, in front of a client that you're scum, you're bottom of the food chain, basically. I put up with that for about 2 years, Some days I just couldn't even get out of bed, It got to the point where my sleeping pattern was mucking up on me. I'd actually feel really, really down, like I had no energy. I spoke to a doctor about how I was feeling, and I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression. It was hard to really take at first because, it was a shame. It was a shame thing. Because I think growing up in that frame of mind where you got to be strong, and I thought I was weak. I realised that it wasn't something to be ashamed of, because you know other people that do have a mental illness and they're still there, they're fighting the fight. I really wanted to try get into something in the public service. You go for a few job interviews and you get knocked back, but that you learn from it. You learn from a lot of that, a lot of those, and it's experience. So I think then I found this opportunity with the Indigenous Employment Program, which actually gets you, is on and off the job training, and that's with the Northern Territory government. When I think back of how excited I was when I got in, I couldn't be as much happier and proud of what, that I actually got in. When I completed the course and got the qualifications, it was a really good feeling for myself. Such a big achievement, like life achievement, I gotta say. There's a lot of things that our youth are facing today, particularly around similar things that I faced as well, with mental illness and suicides. Have quite a lot in the Territory, and alcohol, the drug problems. You see the vicious cycle, where you get families that drink at home, and they got kids, and the kids roam the streets, and you see that there's no role models there. They're too tired to go to school because I was out all night, and it just happens again and again. What I hope to see would change, like a big change with people with mental illness, is that that it's not a shame thing, and it's there's always help out there for people. I aspire to get into management roles and working with communities at such a high level, and to be an advocate for Indigenous peoples. I think it's important for people with mental illness to set goals, is to see forward and to see what they can achieve and what they want to achieve. There's a lot of setbacks, and that's how I thought there was a lot of setbacks with myself. The lack of schooling, finished half a trade, and it's really how much you want it. how much you want to actually strive for it.